So, one of the things that can get in the way of having a long-term yoga practice is figuring out how to really establish a routine, right? And a lot of that has to do with I got to get to a yoga studio and it's an hour-long class or it's a 90-minute class, and then I got to get back from the studio, and how many times a week can you do something like that? And some of us are blessed that we can, get to do that fairly regularly, but it can be a challenge for a lot of people to do that. Now, the misconception can be that you have to do an hour of yoga to have a yoga routine as part of your day, right? But that's not actually the way it has to work. Think about it like this. Think about vinyl, right? Like vinyl records. The reason that albums are usually 40 to 60, 65 minutes long is because that's the amount of recorded audio that they could fit on a record, right? So it wasn't that the art determined the vinyl. The vinyl determined what an album is now, right? So even now, when we have the world of streaming, albums are still kind of conforming to this model, but that doesn't mean that it has to be that. Think about a yoga class at a yoga studio. Why is it an hour? Well, if they're going to charge you 20, 25 bucks, they should probably give you something like that. And they're going to bring a teacher in, have to make it worth the teacher's time, right? But it can't be too long because then it's really going to interrupt with people's schedules, blah, 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 right? So the studio is putting together something like a 45, 60, 90-minute class because that's what works just in terms of economics. Now, that doesn't mean that's the way that it has to be. You can have a very, very functional yoga practice that can have real, long-term benefits from just doing something regularly. And the great part about this is that you can do 10, 15, 20 minutes of yoga. You can do it in your home and you can do it on demand. The other great thing about it is that it's all within one method. So this can be a problem with the yoga world too, which is that let's say you find a teacher that you like. Well, what are the odds that you're going to be able to take 5 classes a week with that teacher? You got to follow them around to different studios or get your schedule to conform to their schedule. Then you're going to have to deal with the fact that you feel a little weird and creepy following this one person around, right? Just because you like their method. So then maybe you're in a situation where you're bopping around and you're taking classes from different teachers, maybe at different studios, and it can be hard to tell whether or not those people are all conforming to the same method, whether they have the same goals for what to do with your body. So whether this person over here is all about joint mobility, and this person over here is all about power and I don't know, adding barbells, dumbbells into your practice or whatever, right? This person's all esoteric about meditation and mindfulness and spirituality, and this person is very sort of material science over there. And you can just have all of these different methods, and it can be fun to explore, and it is totally fun to explore. But when you're trying to put together a routine and be like, this is the thing that I'm doing to make my body healthy, and I'm serving some sort of long-term goal with it, you want to find a degree of consistency. And so here, what we have is we have the opportunity to be consistent, to have the practices available, have them in your home, have them direct within a formed method, right? Everything I present to you is going to be inside of the stuff that's written on these walls, right? The ideas of this method, they're coherent and they are written into every single practice. So even when the practices seem like they're getting a little weird and we're doing a bunch of balance poses and all that kind of stuff, it's still coherent inside of one method. So your ritual stays consistent the whole time. That is what that 6-week practice thing is all about. It's about building out that ritual inside of a consistent method that is available and accessible to you in your home whenever you want. You just have daily, boom, do this, you can do this, you can do this, you can do this. And then you get a full library of classes that you have access to anytime. So encourage you, would love to have you come along, sign up for the 6-week thing, become a Rare Form member. That would be awesome. All right, for this one, be sure to move slowly and take care of your body. There's going to be a little bit of tension in the hamstrings and a little bit of tension on the inner thighs. We're also going to be rotating on the feet. And if we get kind of stuck, we don't want to jam into the knee during a rotation. So just paying attention, right? We're gonna move slowly through it. Listen to your body, okay? Here we go. So the first thing that we're gonna do is actually get on your mat sideways like this. So the way that I am oriented on my mat, that's the way that you're gonna be oriented on your mat for this one. And the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna do pulling down the heavens. So standing tall, and I'll sort of back up a little bit so you can see. Standing tall, you're gonna inhale through the nose, sweep the arms go up. And as you exhale, it comes down through the center. And then inhale through the nose, goes up. Taking that energy, we're grounding it down. And then you do one more, it goes up. And down. And then you're going to take the arms up just like that. Right hand takes left wrist and just lean easy over. There's a tendency in this to go bump like that. We're going to see if you can stay back over the heels and upright and lean over. And then go up and lean over. Stay back in the heels. Breathe into it. Notice if your neck is tight. Just have a gentle breath here. Then you take it up. Nice and tall. We're going to drop a forward fold. If you need your two blocks can be right here underneath your hands. Just hang that down. Stay in your forward fold. You can move your shoulder blades. You can move your skull. You can shift the weight a little bit side to side. And breathe as if the inhales can sort of gently expand the back. And the exhales, the belly can gently compress and the spine can one more breath like that. Nice full inhale into the back body. And then the exhale, you just relax it down. And then gently put some weight forward into the balls of the feet and pull your spine goes up all the way. And I like arms can sweep up and ground it down. And then put your hands to your hips. From there, you step wide. So we're going to be doing a lot of wide stance work today, so we want to find a comfortable stance for you, right? We're not going for the splits or anything, but it's this nice, wide, strong position. The first thing we're going to do is we're just going to kind of John Travolta this situation. Like, who's that movie? Jamie Lee Curtis? Perfect. Anyways. So you just kind of go side to side, transferring a little weights into it. And then you're gonna transfer a little bit more weight, right? And it can help to just turn a foot out as you go that way, back in, turn a foot out as you go that way, back in. We're just shifting where we're carrying weight. One thing to notice as you're transferring weight in this kind of action is the tendency to get into it, drop the belly, push the heart forward. You want to stay nice and contained. So like something to think about is maybe like a boxer. And you sort of have it in front of you. And what we're going to do is we're going to add like a little bit of a tap. So as you shift over to the right, take your left hand and just tap. We're not rotating, we're not like twisting the body way out, we're just touching across the body. And then right hand touches. Touch. And if you want to add depth to this, you can take your left hand now and touch your right shin. Right hand to touch left shin. If you want more depth than that, you can go to the outside of the foot. Touch and touch. And just feel the transfer of the weight, how the hips are coordinating the weight. Right? We're staying stable in the center body. It's hanging in your back. Back away from it a little bit. Right? Do the level that's working for you. Now we're going to actually add that turn to the right. So you're going to touch with your right hand outside your left foot or on your shin or on your knee, wherever you are. You're going to touch. Your left hand is going to push across your body. So push. Get on the ball of your left foot. Pivot both feet. Push. And then pull it back and touch. Step, pivot, push. One more, go back, touch, pivot, pivot, pivot. Feel the hips turn and push. Then back to center, and then fall over. And maybe work it out through the hips. Nice and easy. Then you're gonna roll the spine out, and we're gonna go the opposite direction, right? So maybe turn that right foot out a little bit. Your left hand now is gonna touch. Right hand is gonna push across. So turn, pivot on the ball of the foot, push. And then down, reach and touch. Turn, pivot, push. And we're not over-rotating the spine, we're not super twisting anything. We're staying contained as the body turns all together. Push. Right? And then you take it back down again. Nice and easy. Then we're going to do a variation on that one, and this is going to go to a lizard position. So what you're going to do is, as you shift over to the left, you can touch with the right hand anywhere that works. Left hand's going to go out, and this time it's going to push down to the ground. So push and land. Take a moment here. If you find that getting that hand down doesn't work for you, put a block underneath your hands, right? And maybe set one up over there, because we're going to go there too. So you come back, right? And then you're going to push, pivot, boom, touch, push, and down. One more like that. So it's going to help push that right leg, lift, touch, push, pivot, down. Then walk back to the center, clear your neck, have your fold, roll your spine up, nice and easy. Then we go the other way. So you're going to turn your right foot out, get nice and loose, nice and bouncy. As you shift over, left hand towards touching, the right hand is going to push and go down to the ground. So have your block ready if you need it. All right, so here we go. We push, pivot, pivot, down. And then back, touch, pivot, feel the hips turn, down. Goes one more, back, touch, keep your belly in, go down. And then walk back to the center. Nice and easy, clear your neck, shake your butt in the air, maybe shift a little bit, wiggle like you got a tail. Then what I like to do is take the hands forward just a little bit and go on fingertips. And with the neck easy, looking about 6 inches in front of your foot. You're gonna have an inhale through your nose that goes into your back. And as you exhale, push down, especially through thumbs and pinkies. And pull your belly. One more like that. Inhale through the nose, goes into your back. Exhale, push down. Then drop your folds. And this time we're going to crawl these along the floor. So you're going to turn your left foot out a little bit, go over, and take that left hand. We're staying low this time. Push and touch your left knee down. Right hand is going to go inside your knee, inside your leg there. Clear the neck and go chin up. Roll it back, maybe tuck your chin. And then chin goes up. And roll it back. Do this to your capacity. Forward, back. And then it comes forward, and we're going to get it all the way back up. And the way that we get there is we're going to take the weight way forward. If you're looking for an extra challenge, do this without your hands touching the floor, but make sure we're stable in the belly. Otherwise, you can just crawl your hands to the middle to the fold. We're going to take the weight forward, push, and get middle. Clear the neck, nice and easy. Turn your right foot out, get over. Right hand now is going to push, down, down. 1, 2. Nice and easy. And then left arm inside your thigh. The chin goes up and roll it back. The chin goes up and roll it back. One more, chin goes up, roll it back. Let it settle a little bit. Put blocks under your hands again or go fingertips. Right? It's totally normal, sort of feel like you're up a little higher. Completely fine. And then we're going to rotate it center by getting the weight way forward over that left foot. So you step, get forward, then pivot. Boom. Back in, roll it up, nice and easy. Clear out your neck. Then we're just gonna step to the top of the mat. This is gonna go down to the floor. You can get down to your back however you like if you wanna try this out. This is my favorite way to do it. It's just lots of fun. So you can take the arms forward, sit low, 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 and get there. Nice and easy here. Have your breath. And press the balls of the feet into the floor. Lift up your bridge. Keep the chin gently away from the chest and the jaw soft. If you want to sort of accentuate this, take your fingertips, put them on your quads, and think about pushing your quads towards your knees. And then roll it down. Nice and easy. Knees come in. Little wiggle. Side to side. Clear your neck. Then feet go down, legs go down, arms go down. Feel heavy against the floor. Stay there for as long as you like. I'm going to sit it up, and my favorite way to sit up, you can do this if you like or do it any other way. My favorite way to sit up is just to roll back and then forth, get it up, then I'm sitting, and then maybe a cross-legged position or whatever works for you sitting on the block. And we're just going to take a moment, clear the neck and the shoulders, maybe wrists on knees. Do palms up, palms down, you can do mudras, whatever works for your hands. Close the eyes and breathe. You're welcome to stay here for as long as you like.